Happy Halloween! I'm a Mandalorian, and this is my baby Yoda, my Grogu. And Bill's not in costume, but he's in the Halloween spirit here. We're gonna do a little spooky Halloween practice. So whether you're in costume or not, I hope that you'll join us for this Halloween themed practice. So we're going to start in a very appropriate pose, corpse pose, down on our backs. So I will meet you there. Go ahead and rest your body into the earth. Nestle your shoulder blades under your heart space and just take 3 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very nice. And we're going to start our practice with a little zombie action. So go ahead and send your arms straight up overhead. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Engage your core. Coming to a seated position. If you need to use your hands to walk yourself up, by all means, please do so. Once you arrive in the seated position, we're going to press our palms firmly into the earth, flex our toes towards our face. Inhale, rise up through the crown of your head, drop your shoulder blades down and back. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, release. We're gonna meet in a tabletop position, so you can either cross your legs and roll over or swing your legs to one side, whichever is easiest for you. I'll go ahead and meet you there. Excuse me, Bill. Thank you. From this tabletop position, we're going to make sure that our palms are underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hips. We're going to hug our belly button towards our spine and send the crown of your head out long. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do a little classic Halloween black cat flow. So as you inhale, go ahead and drop your belly, send the crown of your head and your tailbone up towards the sky. And as you exhale, round, draw your belly button towards your spine, sending the crown of your head and your tailbone down towards the earth into a classic Halloween black cat. Go ahead and flow with your breath at your own speed here. Inhaling to drop the belly. Exhaling to round into that black cat. Inhale to drop the belly. Exhale, black cat. Excuse you, Bill. Thank you. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and inhale, send your right leg out long, and exhale it up into a low lunge. Go ahead and inhale, open your chest, drop your shoulders down your back. Make sure your hips are square to the short edge of your mat here, so you might need to tug that right hip back just a bit, hugging your inner thighs towards your midline here, breathing into your hips. Now you can stay here or build into a crescent lunge. So as we inhale, we'll bring our arms up and overhead if your pony allows it. Thank you, Bill. Oh, sweet boy. So go ahead and breathe here, hugging your inner thighs towards your midline, keeping those hips square to the long edge of your mat, and maybe inviting a little bit of a back bend here, finding that crescent moon shape, really rooting into your back leg for support. Deep breath here, and exhale, coming back down. Lovely. From here, we're going to walk our right foot out towards the edge of our mat and bring your right hand inside the arch of your right foot. So this is usually called the lizard pose, but today we're going to call it a spider. And go ahead and breathe into your hips here. Again, trying to keep your hips square to the front edge of your mat. You can turn your toes out a little bit if that feels good in your body. But most of all, remember to bring the breath. Deep inhales through the nose and exhaling out through the nose or mouth. Beautiful. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring it back to your tabletop. And we'll take that onto the other side. Inhaling to send your left leg out long. Exhale to bring it up into a low lunge. You can always walk that back knee back a little bit if you want a little bit more stretch. Remembering to open up the chest, drop your shoulder blades down and back. Crown of the head reaches up tall. Square your hips to the front of your mat and breathe. Stay here or grow your pose into a crescent lunge, hugging your inner thighs together, lifting your arms up and overhead. Rooting into that back leg for support. Inhale to find length and maybe exhale into a little back bend. Keeping that core engaged. Beautiful. As you're ready, exhale back down to your low lunge. And we're going to take it into our little lizard or spider lunge. So go ahead and walk that left foot out to the left side of your mat. Left hand comes to the left arch. And find some space here. So if you have blocks handy, you can always use blocks to lift yourself up and give yourself a little bit more space here. And you can turn your left toes out if that feels good in your body. I'm just here as a guide. Always let your body be the ultimate teacher. And remember to bring the breath. Lovely. From here, we're going to move into a little Plankenstein. So go ahead and tuck those back toes, lift the back knee, plant your palms, and step that front foot back into a plank. Belly button hugs up towards your spine, tailbone reaches back, crown of the head reaches long, shoulder blades roll together and down the back. Deep breath here. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop those knees, lower your chest gently to the mat, and inhale, baby cobra. Again, shoulders are down and back, crown of the head reaches up. Hi, Bill. And exhale, let it come back down. Lovely. Press it up into a tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck your back toes, walk your bum back towards your heels. You can take a moment to stretch the back of your feet here if you like. Sitting back on your heels, breathing into the soles of your feet. One deep breath here. And we'll go ahead and come to standing in a forward fold. So go ahead and bring yourself up onto your feet, straightening those back legs. Let the crown of your head hang down towards the earth. And see if you can bring your weight evenly into all four corners of your feet, as opposed to dumping all your weight into your heels and putting a lot of strain on the back of your legs there. Get any wiggles out that feel good here. Maybe you shake your head no, nod your head yes. Gently rock from side to side. Whatever feels good to you. And as you're ready, we'll roll up into standing. Take a breath to reset here, finding length in your spine. And on your next inhale, send your arms up and overhead. If your costume allows, you can bring your hands together up and overhead. Inhale to find length. Exhale, tilt towards the right hand side. So see if you can keep your weight even in both feet as you tilt towards the right. It's really easy to shift all of our weight over here, but as a challenge, see if you can keep your weight even, and it'll really help deepen this opening in the left side body. You can always engage your core, tucking your belly button in and up for a little bit more support here. Wherever you are, keep that crown of the head long, no collapsing. Deep breath here. And as you're ready, inhale back up to center. We'll take it to the other side. Inhale, find length. Exhale, tilt to the left. Again, trying to keep the weight even in your feet there. Crown of the head is nice and long. Shoulders are down and back. 2 breaths here. And inhaling back up to center. Lovely. Exhale, allow your arms to come down. We're going to move into a little scarecrow flow here. So take your feet nice and wide and walk your toes out just a bit. Inhale to bring your arms up, and exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees, coming down into what we're going to call a scarecrow today. So make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. If they're too far out or too far in, go ahead and adjust your toes as needed. And we'll find our flow. Inhaling to reach up. Exhale, scarecrow. One more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, scarecrow. Beautiful. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper here. And inhale, come up and out of it. Lovely. We're going to walk our feet just a little bit closer together. We're going to come down into a gargoyle squat, also known as a yogic squat. So you can bring your palms together. Again, make sure your knees are tracking over your toes as you drop your hips down. If this is too much for you, you can always bring your hands down, bring your feet closer together, pop those heels up, and come into a little froggy squat. So listen to your body, find what feels good for you today. Inhale along the length of your spine, reaching the crown of your head up high. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. Go ahead and reach your arms behind you, coming back down onto your bum, rolling back down onto your back. We're going to finish with a little spinal twist. So bringing your knees over your hips, send your arms out long, and exhale, drop your knees over to the right, keeping your left shoulder rooted into the earth. If you find your shoulder popping up, you can always support your knees here with a pillow or a block or something. On your next exhale, bring those knees back to center and go ahead and drop them over to the other side. Again, keeping that right shoulder down, supporting your knees as needed. Deep breath here. And exhaling back up to center. Beautiful. Go ahead and get any final wiggles out as we move towards Shavasana, corpse pose, our final resting pose. We're going to close out with 3, I'm going to call them gargoyle breaths today. So it's going to feel a little bit silly, but if I can do it on camera, you can do it wherever it is you're practicing. So we're going to do a deep inhale through the nose, and as we exhale through the mouth, we're going to stick out our tongue and send our gaze up towards our third eye. It's going to look something like this. 2 more. Beautiful. I hope you can stay here in corpse pose for as long as time allows. And most of all, I hope you have a lovely Halloween full of more treats than tricks. And until next time, I'll wish you namaste.